Every single night, without fail, my dog, Max, would get up and walk to the front door. It wasn't just sometimes or only when he heard a noise. Every single night, he'd sit there, perfectly still, his ears alert, his big brown eyes locked on the doorknob. At first, I thought it was just a quirky habit, one of those funny things dogs do. Maybe he enjoyed the cool draft from under the door. Or perhaps he was just a super vigilant guard dog, listening to the late night sounds of our apartment building. I'd chuckle to myself and say, "All right, Max, you're on duty." But as weeks turned into months, the routine never changed. And it was always at the same time, exactly 9:42 p.m., like he had some internal clock tuned to that specific minute. He never barked, never whined, never scratched at the wood. He just sat, a silent, furry sentinel, waiting. It started to feel less like a quirk and more like a ritual. A sad, lonely ritual. What could he possibly be waiting for with such dedication? One evening, my curiosity finally got the better of me. I just couldn't watch him go through it again without understanding why. I pulled out the worn manila folder from the animal shelter, the one with all his adoption papers. I started flipping through the pages, my heart sinking with each turn. Returned once, returned twice, returned 3 times. My chest tightened. And then I saw the reason listed by each previous family: unexplained anxiety, strange behavior, and the last one simply said, excessive door fixation. My heart absolutely broke. This wasn't a quirk. It was the reason he kept losing his home. The next night, as the clock ticked towards 9:42, I didn't just watch him. I got up, walked over, and sat down on the floor right beside him. I put my arm around his warm fur and whispered, "It's okay, buddy. I'm here." And together, we waited. Minutes crawled by in silence. Nothing happened. But then I heard it. A faint sound, footsteps echoing down the long hallway outside our apartment. Max's ears instantly shot up. His whole body tense with anticipation. His tail, which had been still all this time, gave one slow, hopeful wag. He looked at the door, then back at me, his eyes full of a question I couldn't answer. He had done this 1,000 times before. He was expecting someone, and that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. The heartbreaking truth. In his very first home, someone he loved must have walked out that door around 9:42 p.m., and they never came back. For 3 long years, across 4 different homes, the sweet, loyal dog wasn't being weird or anxious. He was keeping a promise. He was holding on to the hope that the person he loved would return. He was waiting for a family that had long forgotten him. Some dogs don't just move on, they just keep waiting. And from that night on, he never had to wait alone again. Thanks for watching.